Of the Cottonwood Mayor and City Council of the City of Cottonwood for presentation of proclamations, awards, and introduction of new city employees to be held June 4th, 2019 at 5:30 p.m. We are joined today by our full council, right? No. Okay, so we have Vice Mayor Henry with us, Councilmember Matthews, Councilmember Hodegi, Councilmember Althouse, that's throwing me off, Councilmember Holst, thanks for being here. And we're missing Councilmember Jackie Nairn, but she'll be by before too long, I'm sure. So first up is presentation. We have a presentation to the Verde Valley Homeless Coalition, donation of winnings from the Great Sedona Chili Cook-Off. So Vice Mayor and I served up some chili during the Great Sedona Chili Cook-Off. We didn't win Judge's Choice, but we got People's Choice. And we owe really everything to Chris Smith from Merkin, who actually made the chili, so hats off to him. But we did dish it up, and the people spoke and said it was the best darn chili they ever had. Long story short, they gave us $350, and Vice Mayor wanted to give that money to the Verde Valley Homeless Coalition. So if we could please have Raina Avalon and the board members that you have present with you come up to receive the check.
Oh, thank you very much. We are just so grateful to Mayor Linsky for serving on our board and for donating, and Vice Mayor Henry, for donating this proceeds, the $350, to the Verde Valley Homeless Coalition, to our drop-in center, which we've served almost 400 people in, like different individual people in the 10 months we've been open. So it's really quite an undertaking. And our board, Joy Mosley, our treasurer, and Carol Pasula, our president. And we're very grateful to them too. Thank you.
Great, thank you.
How about this?
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
So the Great Sedona Chili Cook-Off is put on by the Sedona Rotary, and the money that they raise goes to help support the Imagination Library, Dolly Parton's Imagination Library, to help childhood literacy. So we felt like it was just a great win-win to help both those experiencing homelessness and also the children in our community. So thank you for your help. Okay, up next we have introduction of new employees from our wastewater department. We have new wastewater treatment operator trainee, Liz Peterson. I believe Matt Westcott will be introducing this new employee. Is that correct? Come on up.
Mr. Mayor, members of council, it gives me great pleasure to introduce you to Elizabeth Peterson. Elizabeth Peterson hails from Salt Lake City, where she honed a love for the outdoors. Liz has her degree in landscape architecture and environmental planning from Utah State University. She recently worked for a community nonprofit managing 11 school gardens, and it was there that she became interested in wastewater treatment. Learning about growing local food systems led to questions about food, waste, compost, and larger environmental sustainability. Liz is excited to learn more about the wastewater treatment process and is even more excited to spend evenings and weekends playing around Cottonwood. An avid trail runner, mountain biker, and backcountry skier, Liz is looking forward to taking her dog Dexter out to explore the adventures the region has to offer. We are very excited to have Liz on our crew, and we believe she possesses many skills that will help with plant operations. And with that, I would like to introduce Elizabeth.
Share a few words, please.
Well, I'm just really excited to be here at Cottonwood and really appreciate the opportunity to be part of the wastewater team. They're super fun to work with and been having a great time so far. Thanks. Okay.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Okay, up next we have two firefighters to introduce. We have Chief Kirkendall here to introduce John WESBROCK as Fire Inspector and Paul VOCCA, Firefighter.
Mayor, Vice Mayor, Council, it's my pleasure tonight to introduce one who's completely new to our department as a full-time firefighter with us, and also one who may be familiar but has moved into a new position with us. I'm going to start with John, if that's all right. John WESBROCK has worked for the city now for the last 6 years as a firefighter with us. He has 17 years of experience. He was previously employed in the northern part of the state as a firefighter and then as a captain. Came to work for us with a lot of expertise, especially in the area of public education. In fact, John has developed and performed a character called Henry at many of the programs that we have, in the schools. In fact, I think the tabulation is that he's presented as Henry to over 30,000 kids and adults in the Verde Valley and Arizona area. In fact, they just came back from a trip to where they presented their program in which he acted, I guess is the word I'm looking for, as Henry, the clown, in Texas, where they were invited to, where the Laughs group was invited to go and present to a national conference there. John's married, has 2 girls, Gracie and Aubrey. His wife Gretchen, who is here tonight, is the Director of Student Services at Mingus Union High School and familiar to many of us here. As well as working at the fire department, John and Gretchen coach for the high school swimming team and for the Clippers and participate in many other community projects. So without any further ado, John WESBROCK, our new fire inspector. John's good, all right. All right, it's also my pleasure to introduce our newest career firefighter, Paul VOCCA. Paul's married, has been married to his wife Stephanie for 5 years, has 2 daughters, Lila and Kara. He was born in Ohio, but we won't hold that against him because they moved here within a year after he was born. He went through the Cottonwood school system, graduated here. He also attended Gateway Community College where he played baseball for them, but a knee injury at college led to him having a job as a physical therapy tech for the last 10 years at Northern Arizona Rehab. Just came to work for us as a firefighter, and we're happy to have him aboard. We look forward to great things from Paul in the future. Paul, would you like to say anything? Okay. All right. Welcome.
I'm just following Paul here. I don't know why I just didn't show up. Shake my hands and we shake hands. Would you like to have your spouses come up for the photo? Sure. Stephanie, Gretchen, would you like to come up for the photo? You can stand with them, otherwise. If you hold John's hand, it looks wrong. Oh. Sorry. All right, next we have Marie Carpenter here to introduce Alexander Matthews, who is our new communications specialist.
Council and Mayor, my privilege to introduce Alexander Matthews. He's our newest communications specialist, and he joined our team just on May 28, 2019. He's originally from Los Angeles, California, and we're very proud to be have a veteran join our organization. He served in the United States Army. He was an infantry 11 Charlie, which is responsible for firing mortars. I did not know this, so I had to do a little homework on it, and apparently the mortar is the most powerful and has the most range of any weapon in an infantry unit. So he had a career with the Army blowing things up, and that's awesome. Alexander and his wife Nancy and their 2-year-old daughter, is it Audrey or Aubrey? Audrey, moved to Cottonwood, and they just moved here in June of 2018. He has family in the area, and his wife works in the ophthalmology field here in Cottonwood, and they share their home with Bob, who is a black lab, and Penny, who is a boxer pug mix. Alexander and I have something in common. We're both kind of crazy about Jeeps and going out and doing the Jeeping, and he gets to do that right now, and I don't. So he's actually considering adding a second Jeep to his lineup. His exact words were, "So it's okay if I flip it over." All right, I'm also jealous of that too. And he really likes the options that he has here in the Verde Valley for getting out there and tearing it up. I asked him, and I had to really pull information out of him, because people don't always like talking about themselves as much as I do. And he just couldn't tell me what his greatest talent was. He's like, "I don't really have one." So we got to talking, and come to find out, he can drive a stick shift, and he told me that that's not bad for a millennial, and I have to agree, it's a pretty good skill. I'm actually really proud. So go Army. And we are very happy to have him on our team. And I know I've been up here a few times in front of council introducing new communications specialists. It's starting to become kind of a habit for me. It's a tough job, and the attrition rate is very high. And I'm just really happy to have Alexander on our team. He's just been really, the 6 days we've had together really is all we've had. He's been just a lot of initiative. When I'm busy, he's standing behind the call takers. He's really watching. He's picking up details. He seems to enjoy it, and it's just really exciting to have someone with that kind of drive. So, welcome to the Cottonwood Police Department Communications Division, and thank you for your service to our country. Thank you. So you want
So thank you for the opportunity, and I look forward to working with all of you.
Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, that's it for our pre-meeting, and we'll meet again at 6 o'clock, so stick around.